Okay, so I've had a lot of people ask about the flag I did the other day and just different tips to train the flags. We're going to go over that today. There's traffic behind me, so I do hope you can hear me. I'm going to try and go over everything quick, but let's break it down first. So the flag to me is when you are straight out from the pole. What I'm going to go over today is actually the handspring mount, in which you are right beside the pole or you are in a straddle or jackknife position. So really just getting those basics down. Now this move is a push and a pull. You need that counterbalance in order to make it work. So that it goes without saying that you do need to be strong through the shoulder musculature and in your back muscles in order to perform the movement. So basic strengthening is necessary first. Now when we look at the grip, there's a couple of different ways to grip, but we're going to use a baseball grip today. And that means that my top arm is just going to come around the anchor point in a baseball grip. My thumb is pointing up. My bottom arm here is going to go fingers down and wrap around the base. Now I always do have a pointer finger down, so if you notice I have one finger to kind of stabilize. It's not necessary. I've just found it really helpful in the past. And what you really need to realize is that this top arm is actively pushing or pulling, and this bottom arm is actively pushing. Now when you are pushing, we don't just want to lock out our elbow. We want to have a good solid push. So the first thing that you can do when you're learning is to learn to find your counterbalance. So that top arm comes up, this bottom arm starts with a slight bend, and I'm going to pull up, I'm going to pull my shoulder down to do this, and I'm going to push at the same time and raise my legs, my feet off the ground. Okay, so if you look at it from this way, this arm, I want you to watch the shoulder go down as I pull. Okay, so you're in a very engaged position. So that is step one to mastering the move, is you have to find your counterbalance in terms of pushing and pulling. From there, core engagement. All right, you're not just willy-nilly hanging out with your midsection. You really want to kind of engage, squeeze the glutes, point the toes, and really fire up your abs. Now, for the handspring or the flag, your hips are naturally over your shoulders. You do have to flip upside down. This is a fear spot for a lot of people, and the best way I learned to kind of get over it was you have to be comfortable with going over the other side. Otherwise, you're never going to get up high enough in order to do it. So when you are starting out, you just want to start with kick-ups. So you're going to put your bottom hand down, finger down, top arm, elbow is bent, and it's going to pull you. And you are just going to start by swinging your inside leg, picking up, and really just trying to stall. So you're finding that stall position, and you're just getting further and further up. You should notice your obliques kick in as well to help on that stall. So again, my one hand is down, my top arm is pulling, and my inside leg, which is the same as my top arm here, is kicking. Okay, so you're just trying to get up as high as you can, and slowly you get up higher and higher. Now when you do get up to parallel to the pole, you'll notice everything kind of kick in. You have to really pull. So as I kick up and hold, okay, I'm pushing with that bottom arm, I'm pulling with this top arm, and I'm very close to the pole, coming down the same way. The lower that you place your hand to the bottom, obviously it's easier to get up, just because gravity, you don't have to kick up as high, okay? So placing that hand low and keeping this hand with a slight bend in the elbow, but enough that you can pull your body in. So there is the straight edge, which is going to be straight to the pole, your jackknife, which is both feet on one side of the pole, and your straddle, which is opening the legs towards the anchor point here. So again, coming down, we kick up, we find our spot. That would be a jackknife, straight edge, straddle. Okay. One more thing to note is you need to let your hips fall away from the anchor point in order to fully engage that top arm. So really push. It's okay that your hips fall away because that top arm is pulling. Okay? Another thing is that if you're wearing shoes, that's going to make a difference, right? It's going to weight you slightly different than if you wear bare feet. I learned in bare feet, it was way easier, so just keep that in mind. Otherwise, it's just a matter of strengthening, learning your grip, starting straight. Remember, you're going to start right here, finding your hold, getting your feet above the ground, and then moving up towards kick-ups, and then just getting higher and higher. That's all there is to it.